Hello, this is a YouTube about how to bicycle for a couple hours at 40 degrees in the rain. So I just got back. First thing is what I take off. Take off a soaking pair of gloves, but they wind stopper. I won't buy gloves unless they're wind stopper. If you wanted a little more warmth, you could have had latex gloves underneath. The next thing to come off is a good pair of glasses. Keep the rain out. Now, if you're riding and the inside gets real wet, you can do that and put them back on without letting the rain get on the backside, and you can ride some more. These earpieces go over top of the straps of your helmet. If you shove them in next to your ears, you have a lot of pinched ears. So just as I take stuff off, you're going to find out what works and why. Of course, the helmet, I do put a little extra reflective in the back if I get caught at home at night. And I like white helmets. And then this ear protection. It's wind stopper. It starts out over my ears. As I go up some hills, I push it up over my ears. It is something I can sneak off up and towards the front under my helmet without undoing my helmet. The next thing to come off, and real important, is an old-fashioned cycling cap with the brim down in the rain in the front. I won't go out in the rain without it. If it's colder and more snowy, I don't use such a big brim, but this is wind stopper too. This with the ear warmer over top of it if it's cold. And this has some good features. First of all, the sleeves are almost like a wetsuit down at the bottom. The next feature is a top zipper that I pull down going up hills and I close up going down hills. And it has a bottom zipper. The bottom zipper lets you get in your pockets without trying to rehook a zipper up while you're riding. So you just lift the bottom zipper up, you're in all your jersey pockets, close it down. The next thing to come off, I happen to wear sleeves today under that jacket. In the jersey, in the center pocket, is an iPhone. We have pretty good phone service around here. It's in a plastic bag. It's in its gator case or whatever. It's got the cover on. I drilled off the clip so it just fits in my pocket up against my back. It's waterproof. I learned from motorcycling, you like it on your body in case you get separated from your bicycle. You want the phone near you, not near your bicycle if you get separated, if you get into some kind of wreck. And I have $5 because sometimes I stop for milkshakes or whatever. Then the bicycle has big gator skin tires, Continental touring tubes, which are thicker than usual, less flats. And this is something I love. It keeps the water from coming up all over the front of you. It just comes on and off that easy. I won't go out in the rain without it. The next thing is a blinker. And blinkers are important to me. One thing important about a blinker is that it runs on batteries, like AA's. Every USB battery I have, battery blinker, if I go out for a 5-hour ride, this is a 2-hour ride, 40-something degrees. If I go out for a 5-hour ride, every USB blinker stops blinking during that 5 hours at 30, 40 degrees, and you don't know when it stopped blinking. So I go with the most obnoxious battery-powered blinker. Big tires, I might put the tire pressure down 5 pounds. Instead of 100, it might be 90, 95. Oh, my shoes. Got full boots today. I'll just take one off. There's new ones with a zipper down here that looks like it'll be easier to get off over my cleats. These look a little, you need a knot rip of the bottoms when you get them off over your cleats. Then the shoes. Normal shoes. But I got them extra big. I got them big enough for 2 pair of wool socks. Because I ride year round and I don't want, I'll take hot feet in the summer, but I don't want cold feet in the spring and the fall and the rain. So 2 pair of wool socks. Now the problem with most shoes in your feet is there's a piece of metal right here, hooked to a metal crank, hooked to a metal bike. So when your skin is that close to that piece of metal, your foot's going to freeze. So to help my skin be a little farther away from that piece of metal, I use a liner insert. And my foot likes the leather instead of plastic underneath of it. So now when you come back from a wet ride, you got to take your shoe all apart, open it up, put it up next to the next shoe, take all these liners out, put it over near the refrigerator bottom so it's completely dry so it doesn't stink for your next ride. I have some food. I usually try to carry one more thing in my jersey that I'm already wearing. I think in my back, a little back bag, I have some surgical gloves I could put on if my hands get cold, a little bit of food. The route is a route I love doing. It's 30 miles, I know it. It's light traffic, has one traffic light, so you have a good route. I just enjoy 2 hours out on my bicycle. There are some other pointers I'll probably add later. If it's real cold out, to get my foot away from the pedal, icebike.com suggested this option. You use a pedal like this, you buy giant basketball shoes, you put on 3 or so pairs of socks, and if you even want to, you can get, some more mountaineering type of shin protection called a gaiter to keep your feet warm. This is real far from your skin down to the bottom of the pedal. So you have a lot of insulation. If you don't have distance, you can't hardly have insulation. But I come back from riding, I'm happy that I got out for 2 hours. A couple things about riding in the rain. Most of the time when I fall down, it's because I didn't have enough traction on the front tire and I turned. I know not to run the brakes when I'm turning, but sometimes I'm too lazy, I'm sitting on the seat, all my weight's over the back tire, and the front tire slides away. So number one and two tips for turning in the rain would be off the brakes when you really turn, and get off the seat so that your feet are on the pedals and the weight is closer to 50% on the front tire instead of 20%. That's how I enjoy 2 hours in the rain. And some tips about the equipment that suits me. If you leave this in a gym bag and dry it out tomorrow night, you are going to have some stinky stuff. And I use a little of this in my chamois area before I head out. Something I've been liking now that I'm not 25 or 35 anymore. And this jacket I was talking about earlier, of course, it has a long back. That back hangs down and has some elastic, reaches halfway around your butt, so that's a good idea. I enjoy it. Thank you.